Hello everyone and welcome back to Off Target with me, JME. This one is a quick video regarding the Manchester United game on Sunday against Luton, so more so for the United fans. I just want to start off with, first of all, a lot of noise been going on around this game about how bad it's been, and we let Luton have 20 odd shots, whatever, but I'm here to kind of just put a bit of a positive spin on our fourth win in a row in the Premier League, which is our best run this season. So we've got, again, more positivity. Let's keep that up. Let's not be negative about absolutely everything possible. Rasmus Højlund has now scored in 6 consecutive games. The youngest player to ever do this in the Premier League. And look at all the kind of great young strikers, like not even Owen, Robbie Fowler, the likes of these kind of players who've scored bucket loads of goals. They just haven't done that. Like this is great stats for such a young player. His play on Sunday was superb. His hold-up play off the ball, he can hold it up, he can pass. He took the 2 chances that he had really well. Possibly could have had a hat-trick if it wasn't for a poor pass from Garnacho across. But other than that, again, it's another top performance from a young man who really can develop into a great striker. He's taken the chances that he's getting now. At the start of the season, you went goalless for a long time, was a bit of a worry, but you could see it in the Champions League, the chances that he can finish. And so the fact that he started scoring now is a massive plus for Manchester United. And I honestly think we've got a real star there if we nurture him properly, but we need to create more for him. If you look at the chances that he took, the first one obviously was an error from Amari Bell, really bad pass, but he's rounded the keeper, bang, straight in. The second one, does he mean it? I'm going to go out on the limb here and I'm going to say yes, 100%. It's Garnacho's shot, and Højlund actively positions his body to twist into it. It's not like he's turning away from the ball, if that makes sense. He's not getting out of the way. And when you watch the slow-mo replays, you can see that with that twist, and he keeps his eye on the ball like the whole time as well. He's like watching the Garnacho shot, and then as it comes off him, is he made? Okay, one thing I might say is, has he purposely aimed to put it in the bottom corner? Maybe not, but he's definitely guiding it across into an area for the possibility of either it goes in or someone gets onto it. So 100% he means that flick there. But what is it about Man United that when we go, we get into some sort of comfortable looking lead, we had a couple more chances at 2-0, and all of a sudden we just switch off and sit back and just allow teams to come at us. And a lot was said about Luton having 20 odd shots. They've only scored from a poor, very lucky kind of, it's battering about the box, it's popped up, and Morris has had a header. Like, other than that, have Luton really punished us or had real clear-cut chances? All their chances seem to come from 20-25 yards. Now, alright, okay, Onan has been a bit questionable recently, but it's got to take something pretty special to keep scoring. You're not going to score 4 or 5 shots from outside the box. I kind of, when was the last time that happened in a game? So unless it's one absolute screamer, chance of them scoring all these shots from outside the box, slim to none. The only other clear-cut chance for them came after, right at the end, where Barkley at the bar from the corner. But the fact is, we should have been out of sight that game. We rounded the keeper 4 times and we've only scored 1 of them. How are you going past the keeper and not putting the ball back in the back of the net? Garnacho, a frustrating figure for me at the moment. I love his work rate. I love his effort. He doesn't stop, and he has got all the potential to be one of the best. He really has. He has got it all, but there's still, at this moment, he's still so raw that I think I'm not sure how to kind of figure out. He's clearly one of our most threatening players, but his decision making at the moment is still really poor, and I find that he's really weak. Like a stiff breeze blows him over. At any time that he's kind of running, any kind of like touch on him, he loses the ball or he falls over. It's like I don't know, he needs to get on that kind of Cristiano Ronaldo program that beefed him up, really, because he could then really be a serious threat for the future. And like I said, I will, but obviously I'm going to back the young man. I do think he's got the potential there. But my God, I was incredibly frustrated with him on Sunday, especially when he went round the keeper. Like, realistically, just have a shot as well. Like, the keeper's rushing out. He's not balanced. He's not set. Put it past him. Just hit it quickly. But he goes round him, and then even then he gets stuck under his feet a little bit. But he could have dug it out and had a shot immediately. But then he cuts back, and then this blocks. Oh, honestly, I was screaming at the television. I've just lost my head. But like I said, it should have been 5 or 6-1 that game, and we've come out right at the death. Then another player I'm going to pick out here, Bruno, who he hasn't scored since Fulham in the league. That was November. He's losing the ball constantly, and I understand that these type of players lose the ball a lot. Like, I saw a stat something like Kevin De Bruyne lost the ball 32 times or whatever against Chelsea. But like, the difference is he actually looks dangerous, if that makes sense. I look at Bruno and he's losing the ball and he's trying these things, but there's nothing coming off. It literally, all you're pointing out, all you're seeing is him losing the ball, and it's very, very frustrating for a United fan at the moment watching him. Without a doubt, he's been he has been the best signing post Ferguson with his output. But this season, it's not harsh to say that he's been below par, and it's more so as well, like, the decision making. What game was it? Like little things, like he got banned for the Liverpool away game, knowing that he was on a booking, knowing he was one booking away, from missing that game, and in like the 90th minute he gets booked for dissent, and it's like, it's in other words, just brain dead, really. And he had another point in that game. We've won a corner in the 93rd minute, plays it short, no problem, keep the ball in the corner, and then all of a sudden it breaks to him. He's in a ridiculous position on the pitch, still down near the corner flag, and rather than just playing a simple pass to keep the ball, hits it straight at the keeper. And I'm not even sure what he was trying to do, whether it was a shot, whether it was trying to find someone, but immediately Luton break, and then that ends up with their corner, which led to Barkley's header hitting the bar. Now, if that goes in, where was the thought process? What was going on in his head to do that? It just really, really bizarre. And I'm not sure this sort of kind of transitional style of play suits him. But I feel at the moment that's the only way it can work for United, because I don't think we've got the players to play the way that the manager wants at the moment. And I feel like this is the only way. We've got to just counter teams to death and just hope that we score more than them. Almost typically like old school Fergie days, where it would be a case of we'll score more than you, albeit we probably controlled the games a lot more under Sir Alex Ferguson than we are at the moment. But I do believe that the personnel we've got at the moment available to us, that's the only way we can play. And, the only player on the pitch who doesn't treat the ball like a ticking time bomb is Kobe Mainoo, and he's 18 years old. Now, I said the other day, I put a tweet up the other day saying that, I saw Ian Wright, Gary Lineker saying Mainoo should be in the England squad. That's a minimum. That really is a minimum, I think. And, a Liverpool fan jumped down my throat the other day saying that how I think that Mainoo should go straight into the 11 over Curtis Jones is laughable after a few games. And, Jones has been all right this season. He's done a solid job for Liverpool. But I honestly think Kobe Mainoo on the international stage would be even better. You're almost like, that's how, like, Pogba was good on the international stage because he had more time on the ball, so he could do what he wanted. And you see what Mainoo's doing in the Premier League now. He's gone to some seriously tough grounds and been completely unfazed. He was superb against Liverpool away. Everton is his debut. Goodison's not an easy place to go. Run the show. Solid enough against Newcastle away. He's played in all these grounds. Luton at home have been a superb team against the top teams. Yet, we not only did United kind of create the most expected goals at Kenilworth Road this year, you've got then Mainoo, who's 18 again, just running the show. Him and Ross Barkley. Like Barkley again, what a resurgence from him. Realistically, he should be in with a shout as well for the England squad. But I do think Kobe Mainoo, alongside Rice and Bellingham, that is a serious midfield for England. And if you disagree, that's fine, but you're wrong, because Mainoo is that good. When you watch him, how composed he is on the ball, he always makes the right decisions. He's strong. He'll shirk off a tackle. He gets stuck in. He really has got everything, and this kid is going to the top. And Southgate, if he has any sense, he has to include him in England squads going forward. He really does. Because, Phillips and Henderson, really? Surely not. Not now, Gareth. Come on. Have a think, yeah? Henderson finished. He's been finished for years. Poor player. Regardless of his leadership qualities or, whatever he brings to the dressing room, it's time to move him on. Calvin Phillips has been nothing short of shocking for West Ham. I saw some West Ham fan the other day say Yorkshire Pirlo, more like Yorkshire pudding. I get he hasn't played a lot, but Jesus Christ, he's really not doing himself any favours the way he's playing at the moment, West Ham. And really, really poor red card on the weekend against Forest in a game that is arguably almost like a must-win now for West Ham. West Ham are really struggling. But yeah, England-wise, Kobe Mainoo, he is the real deal, and I'm absolutely buzzing he plays for us, because he is literally the best centre midfielder in the team at the moment, arguably the club. How he is on the ball, I feel like he's the only person I can watch and comfortably know he's going to pass, or he's not going to really lose the ball, or he's just that good, shirking tackles, taking it past people, taking on people, always picking the right ball, it seems. So like you say, the sky is the limit there as well. So again, I personally think it's a really positive result against Luton. I know it looks, on paper, it's 2-1. Like I said before, Luton have done brilliant against the top teams this season at home. They've been a different team, and we went there, and like I said, it should have been 6. So absolutely massive positives to take from that, and hopefully we can go 5 for 5 against Fulham. We're putting serious pressure now on the top 4. I can see Villa dropping some points. Spurs, what's going on there? Another loss at home on the weekend. We're closing the gap, and you just got to keep on winning games and put the pressure on the people above you. And a lot of people were writing us off, but I do think that it just feels like there's a better atmosphere around the whole team. The fans are a lot more united since the news of the takeover or the partial takeover. Then should I say? So yeah, just think United fans need to be a bit more positive and just back the team. And I do think that there's a lot of talk about is this manager going to last under the new regime and 100% Erik ten Hag deserves a chance to have a crack under a proper structure. And don't get me wrong, I believe that arguably every manager since Fergie has probably deserved that chance as well, because it's been a shambles since then, really. Since that manager has gone, the club has been just in serious disarray. And obviously it wasn't just Fergie going, it was David Gill. So now we're finally trying to get a proper footballing structure in. I really do believe that Mr. Ten Hag does deserve that chance, and I think the club can only thrive going forward. I'm really positive about that. These off-field movements are great, and that's if Newcastle decide to play ball. But again, just touching on, obviously I spoke about Ashworth before, so I won't be boring you again with it. But the fact that Newcastle are trying to say that they want £20 million for a sporting director is absolutely wild. They've gone and poached him from Brighton, and all of a sudden that's fine. But as soon as Man United come and try and do the same, we're a disgrace, and even the press are making a massive deal out of it, as if that this doesn't happen on kind of like a regular basis where people poach people from small clubs. It's just exactly the same what's going on here. So if they want to put Ashworth on gardening leave, that's fine. More fool them, really, if they want to pay him his full wage for a year and a half or whatever it is. I do think we'll come to some sort of agreement. It'll be a relatively high fee, but again, massive appointment. He will come to United, whether it be now or at the end of his leave. He will be at Manchester United in some capacity soon. So again, I do believe that with a proper sporting structure in place, that United can start to kick on and move forward. So really, really looking forward to that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, United-wise, really. Like I said, Fulham on the weekend, 3:00. Let's go and get that 5 of 5. Thanks for listening. Give me a like. Give me a comment. Let me know, especially about your England, the England chat there. What's your best midfield three? Who do you think deserves to be in the squad? Is Southgate gonna change? Let me know. Thanks a lot. Take care.